Alrighty. Time for Pikmin 4, and I'm Lucas Orca. Let's see here. Think we what? Finish the Blossoming Arcadia and need to go. And we were doing the I forgot what it was called. What are you called? What's the area? Wait, I'd probably have a better way to check this. Minus? Plus. The Serene Shores. I wanted to call them the Shimmering Shores, but that would have been wrong. Headlamp Plus would be pretty cool. The Power Whistle, I don't think is very cool. Bad, yeah. Sure. And, gotta keep buying more bombs. Always gotta buy bombs. Need to tell this thing to stop spinning at me. The heater. Because I don't need it to spin at me. It makes me too warm. But there's cold air coming in, so I need to counterbalance it. Because I opened the window to get some fresh air. Let's see. We do have a lot of Ochi points. I probably should deal with that. And then also read. But I'll deal with the pup points first because I forgot about them last time. 1 and 1, I guess. Yeah, because I don't really need the heal. Now Ochi is becoming a machine. Treasures first. Okay, let's see, we've got, oh, a new puzzle piece. Do I see a face in this picture? Fragment? In this picture fragment? Is that a part of a smile I see? No, couldn't be. Or could it? Oh my. I feel like I'm going to see whatever it is in my dreams. I don't think that's a smile. This looks like the kind of pictures you get when you let a kid play with a camera. Blurry and too close up to see anything. I deleted all those pictures my kids took to free up my memory space, but now I wish I hadn't. Imperfect memories can be the most precious. Getting strong chocolate vibes. Sure. Read the jams, I've read the spheres, I read the fruit, but not the watermelon. Sorry, Crimson Banquet Bouquet. This thing is enormous. It's the size of an asteroid with hard striped skin. It's not very inviting. So what a surprise it was to find that its insides are bursting with crimson juice. And seeds too. Plant these in the garden and maybe more tasty asteroids will grow. It is fairly large comparatively to these people. I look at this fruit and I'm instantly overcome by the urge to split it into a million pieces. I closed my eyes to avoid the thought, but the impulse just got stronger. I must be holding on to a deep desire to take on and defeat a giant spherical obstacle. Well, in the last game, the watermelon was dropped by the Mir Slug. And, while he was blobular, I don't think he was ballular. Yeah. Well, you can do whatever you want, Olimar. Sprinkle with a hint of salt to enhance its sweetness. Now that is a real thing. Thanks, Louis. I think we stopped at the kiwis, if I remember correctly. Merciless extractor for you. When I look at the company president, I can't see myself climbing the corporate ladder. To be a manager, it seems to like you've also got to be a human, heartless villain. Jeez. These traits allow them to squeeze their dedicated workers without mercy and still sleep at night. I feel that same merciless cruelty radiating from this metallic altar. I wonder if it was once used for dark, unspeakable ceremonies. Or perhaps it was once the desk of a corporate boss. We'll never know. Jeez. Used for extracting fruit juices, but could serve as a cup if necessary. My computer's doing some weird things over there. Fix skins. Uh-oh. What a reward once we do. Again, I don't know which ones I've read for Schnells or not anymore. Maybe I should just read all of them. I'm not starting with the Citrus Swamp, though. This fruit is so shiny and round, it reminds me of a beach ball whenever I see it. Yet it's so yummy that I can't help but get cravings for it, and end up eating it all the time. The only drawback is that I'm consistently disappointed that I'm not on vacation. Don't throw away all that stringy white stuff. It's full of nutrients and adds excellent texture to a smoothie. Does it? Like pulp? Or more like how bananas cream the smoothie good? I'm gonna go with no on that one, Louis. Heart-squeezing excitement one feels upon falling in love for the first time is not so different from the jaw-clenching salivation that occurs when one takes the first taste of this fruit. I dare say both experiences are thrilling, if just a touch painful. The love between my wife and I has been captured in all sorts of romantic memories, as sweet and sour as this fruit. It's fun to return to those memories and feel what I felt then. Sometimes I wonder how my kids will feel the first time they fall in love. Too sour to eat on its own, but squeeze the juice over fried chicken to add a refreshing hint of flavor. Where are they finding chicken? The pocked airhead. Children love this fruit for its adorable shape. See how it looks for all the world like a jolly orange snowman? But the pocked airhead is more than just a cute character. Its taste is sweet and its strange, lumpy skin is easy to peel. There's so much to love about this citrus snowman. Tangerine. Did I call it a kumquat at some point? That's tangerine. I think. I don't know what all the citrus fruits look like. Some people may like to peel this fruit from the top, but I prefer to attack it from the bottom instead. Whenever I go for the top, I get this tingly feeling around my belly button. I find it very unnerving. What? What do you mean? What is that? Sure, Oliver, whatever. Save the peel and use it to add a citrusy aroma to your bath. Drop it in the warm water and relax. Okay. This fruit is a member of the plant family Buccaneaceae. I think I've read that one. This fruit could be hiding more than a tasty interior, on more than a few occasions. I found bugs munching on their way through the sweet flesh, presumably enjoying a snack of their own. How funny to think that I share the same taste in fruit as a worm. Crispy yet juicy, light yet hearty. Always check for worms before taking a big bite. If you find one, it's a sign of good luck. Fair enough. Observe. Now those are some fruits. Jaunty hat. Yep. Don't ask me how I know, but if you draw a face on this fruit, it bears an uncanny resemblance to my wife, wearing a hat. It even emits the same stylish and judgmental aura. Funny how the doodled version of her is as intimidating as the real thing. I think you're just a little intimidated by your wife. I wonder what the healthy amount of intimidating from one's partner is. Because, like, if you think they're a complete pushover, then that's bad. Because then you feel like you could do anything. But on the other hand, if you're too scared of them, that's also bad. So you have to be like, they could fuck me up. But I respect that, and I like that. And I hope that they would if I were doing something bad. Maybe? Gotta wonder about these things. Olimar makes you think. Especially since he seems to have a pretty good relationship with his wife. Apart from the fact that he's, like, never home. But, like, still a pretty decent relationship when he is there. We need to get Olimar back home. What are we doing here? Peeling this fruit is a sure way to dye your fingers purple. It'll be a while before they go back to normal. I forgot what the Dapper Blob was supposed to be. A mangosteen? Pulled that idea out of my brain somewhere. Never eaten one. Seed hive. Black orbs. Yuck. Yeah. I always thought it was better to eat the fruit when it's ripe, but this one just is just as enjoyable and nutritious when it's green. The same can be said about creatures like us. Many think maturity is superior, but inexperience and youth are what provide fresh perspectives. Fair. Packed with seeds, don't stare at them too long or you might feel a bit dizzy. Yeah. I remember the fruity constellation. To look at the cross-section of this fruit, you'd think it was a drawing of a star, like one of my sons would make. That's just a singular son. He only has one son. I was about like, wait, you have multiple sons? I thought you only had one. Stars don't actually look like that, so why do we draw them this way? Maybe the secret to the universe is hidden within those 5 points. Fair. Like, it has to be something with, like, how it twinkles, right? But also we draw, like, 4-point stars and stuff as well. So, guess it just depends. Sort of looks like a sea cucumber until you slice it open. Then you're basically staring at a starfish. That's the insight you have here? Alright. When you lay eyes upon the elegant tear shape of this fruit, it may just bring a tear to your own eye. The perfection of it makes everything else in life seem somehow less perfect. Then, when you taste how perfectly sweet it is, prepare to weep with joy. A mango? What sound was that? I just heard like a bling. I don't know if that was audible. It wasn't my phone. Oh, it was my phone. I need to turn the notifications off for this thing, because I do not want notifications from here. Off. 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 Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Can I just, like, turn all of them off now? There is not an easy way to turn off all these. It's LinkedIn. Guess if someone messages me, I should have a push notification for that. Groups, fuck them. Pages, fuck them. Attending events. I don't use this app enough to really get anything out of this here. It's just for convenience otherwise. Alright, again. Wild to hear updates from my cousin about his job because he's like a treasury analyst at a company. And once you're at a company level, you start dealing with bigger amounts of money. So like he's become numb to the amounts of money, but I haven't. And it's just kind of wild. Anyway. Peeling this fruit is arduous due to its soft skin, but when I tried to eat it without first removing the peel, a rash developed around my mouth. I had better success when I slit grid-like cuts into the skin and flipped it inside out. The results were delicious. Huh. Can you be, like, allergic to peels but not fruits? Like skins and not fruits? It's fucking what, Louis? It's meat? It's a fruit, Louis. Its meat has a subtle sweetness, and it's almost creamy. But if I close my eyes while eating it, I'm transported into a tropical locale. Banana. Hold on, I need to see what banana. This is just Banana Company. Oh hell yeah, Banana Company. Crazy that Dole once had all the bananas of Nintendo. Like, I'm pretty sure the old Donkey Kong Country games had the Dole banana. Was it Monkey Ball? Maybe it was Monkey Ball. I think it was Monkey Ball. Clearly, this fruit was designed to be sent out on outings with children. Note the built-in wrapper that's easy to remove. But children mustn't toss the wrapper on the ground. Someone is sure to slip on it and land on their behind. Hilarious? Maybe. Painful? Definitely. I must confess, I once slipped and fell on the peel that I thoughtlessly discarded onto the floor after eating the fruit inside. I'm really too old to be making mistakes like that. I can even hear my own voice scolding myself. Don't forget to clean up your trash. So true. Pick up your own trash. Damn it, Oliver. Ah, the taste of a healthy yet unremarkable choices. What do you fucking mean? Unremarkable. Bananas, you're right. Fuck you, Louis. Despite its wild and intimidating outer appearance, this fruit looks quite fancy and refined on the inside. Tiny black specks decorate the bright white flesh, and all in all, it looks like an egg from a nest of some fire-breathing, half-animal, half-plant beast. Throughout my life, I've met people who have seemed flashy or fancy, but were actually quite down to earth. I've also met people who were as arrogant as they looked. Same lesson should be applied for this fruit. It looks pretty intimidating, but what's on the inside? Despite its intimidating exterior, the inside is surprisingly sweet. If you eat the red ones, you'll be in for a more colorful surprise when you relieve yourself the next day. The insides of dragon fruits aren't actually red. Right? What kind of... oh my god, fucking... clicked on a notification when I was trying to... maybe I should turn off notifications for most things. It's like how I notify myself that I wanted to watch a thing. Or do something. Anyway, dragon fruit inside. Oh, are there red ones? There's red dragon fruits with a white inside, yellow dragon fruits that also have white inside, and then red dragon fruits that have red inside as well. Or purple. But like, how can you tell from the outside of the fruit? Dragon fruits would be really easy to eat. I could probably buy them. Like, I could eat it like ice cream, basically. And it has its own bowl. Same goes with kiwis. But I'd have to, like, remember that I need to, like, eat the damn thing. Because it's out there. Maybe I just need to leave my fruits more out. But the fridge is so nice for putting stuff in and keeping it cold. Such a problem. Anyway. Wish it told me which item out of the 239 I am selecting. Something about the clouded dust, I think I remember. I've heard this mattress possesses miraculous relaxation properties that promise the most restless sleep forever. The most restless sleeper a good night's of sleep. I was curious to know if this would affect me. Who couldn't literally sleep anywhere? Would I ever wake up again? Thankfully, I did. I jumped on in and was engulfed in a cloud of white smoke. Yeah. Birds have long been a symbol of freedom and good luck. In fact, if one appears in your dreams at night, then good fortune is sure to visit you during your day. With that in mind, sleep on this bed and you're almost guaranteed to find birds flocking to your dreams. Research has shown that the sound waves created by a chirping bird are naturally comforting and induce sleep. I think they wake you up. Now, I don't have any strong preferences when it comes for bedding, but if it makes me feel like I'm sleeping on the forest floor, it could be worth a try. Useless for sleeping. Its shape keeps making my mouth water, and I can never fall asleep hungry. Wow. I really hope something similar is said about this one from Louis. It's said that life first came from the sea, so it's no surprise that we are so deeply connected to the water. Thus, this bed, with its fish-shaped design, is meant to lull one to sleep with visions of floating. Just lay down and let the dreams wash over you. This thing reminds me of this one time I was fixing the hull of the SS Dolphin. The combination of the sun and zero gravity created an illusion. It was as if I was a fish floating in the open sea. But in fact, I was just me, floating in the sea of space debris. I bit into this object while half asleep. It was completely devoid of flavor. Something similar. Yep. Good. This poor, separated family. I know they're only dolls, but it's still sad. This grandchild was discovered inside a dark, damp cave. Did she wander off? Did she find herself in such an unsuitable place? She must have been so lonely. What a relief, then, that she was rescued from such an unfortunate fate. I look forward to the one day looking upon the face of my grandchild. If it's as cute as this one, I couldn't help but own them. But it doesn't really matter what they look like or if they resemble me or someone else in my family. I've always thought that grandchildren are meant to be spoiled. Cute hat. Makes it hard to see. It's hard to see a family separated, even if they're just dolls. Dolls or not, they clearly want to be together. This doll torso looks like it's in the shape of a vase. Perhaps it's a good place to put gifts to help wayward dolls get by until they're reunited. And they will be reunited. I used to know a guy who never gave in to his kids, who would never give in. I completely missed the word would. Given to his kids when they begged him for something. Get one look from his grandkids and he'd give them anything they wanted. It seems that a grandchild possesses immense powers of persuasion. Or it's just magic. Flip it upside down, crawl underneath, and you've got an instant fort. Daughter doll head. I had a notification. Also, how long I've been reading? 30 minutes. This doll inherited her wise look from her mother. She's lucky to be a part of 3 generations that have handed down only their best traits. Of course, in reality, children often inherit our very worst traits. Whose fault is that? The answer? It's complicated. It's your fault, Schnauz. Children often exhibit both the positive and negative qualities of their parents. I think that's why we feel for them so much. What's more, we want to keep improving and even exceed the expectations we set for ourselves. It's hard work being a kid. I'm fighting the urge to add nose hairs or a mustache. Oh, angry eyebrows. Children mooch off their parents all the time. Don't try to deny it. But to be fair, parents love to be needed. So perhaps they actually like it a bit when their child comes home with them with their hand out. Anywho, this looks like a good place to store mooched items. I've worked hard so I wouldn't be a financial burden on my parents. And I don't want my kids to be dependent on me when they grow up. A parent's job is to raise independent children, but not too independent. You still want them to come over for the holidays. Probably used to take baths in al fresco. The woody smell is quite soothing. Al fresco? It's Lucas looks up shit on the internet time. Especially when with reference to eating in the open air, but just in the open air in general. What the fuck does that mean? What are you thinking about, Louis? You want to see the face of a parent? Well, here it is. It's a commanding visage, no? Yet somehow still warm and inviting. Miss Doll, in her infinite wisdom, knows she must strike the perfect balance between strict expectations and eternal love. As a parent, you need to be able to hide some emotions from your children. It's harder than you think. I remember telling my parents about my career goals and seeing the disappointment in their eyes. It hurt, but I'm glad I didn't put me off the path. Put this on my head, I look just like Nana. Look at this enormous space. Like a parent who has given too much to a child, it's completely empty. Is this all that remains of a sad story? Maybe, maybe not. Only that parent can say whether giving so much brought them disappointment or the greatest joy. Once you have children, money starts disappearing faster than you can save it. My wife always says, it's for the children, it's worth it. I admire her enormous heart. Still, every year it seems like the children get more and more expensive. Walking on the rim of this object is a thrilling yet difficult challenge. Yeah, fair enough. I kind of wish these were, I don't know, inside each other. But this is fine. Well, we're not done reading. Uh-huh. See how it toddles and bounces on its wee little footsies as it goes for a stroll, scattering extremely toxic spores along the way. This creature is walking nuisance, but there's an odd kind of charm in that bothersome nature that makes it hard to leave alone. Much like the puff stool, the toxstool is neither animal nor fungus, but a mix of the two, or an ambulofungus. It doesn't serve a producer or consumer role in the ecosystem, but functions instead as a decomposer. I forgot to read toxstool parasitus pseudofungi elasticis or porvidae. It primarily parasitizes other living organisms by blanketing them with its spores. However, the toxstool can infect a deceased specimen as well. Its hyphae is able to move the muscles and control the body as if bringing it back from the dead. The way the fungal filaments grow differs based on the host organism. In some cases, they may cause the hosts to wander around in search of food or to facilitate a more nutrient-rich fungal culture medium. They can also just use the host as a means to scatter more spores. Bury underground for about 40 days so the poison can leach out. Its smell will make you gag, but the flavor has notes of chocolate. I don't think I want to eat it. I just don't. Moldy dwarf bulborb. Parasitus pseudofungi elasticis hostis. Sporovid. Day or night. This is an example of a young bulborb that has been infected by fungal filaments. Now a host, it unconsciously continues to seek out and ingest food, all the while scattering large amounts of spores out of the spore sacs on its back, until it can no longer move. After all host body activity ceases, the specimen mutates into a fungal culture that will eventually become a juvenile toxstool. Fun. Louis? Tastes best if eaten just before meat spoils. Once all the mold has been removed, enjoy a unique flavor reminiscent of dry-aged meat. Slugga Choo Choo? I think I remember reading this. Anyway, the moldy slooch, Parasitus pseudofungi elasticis hostis. Sporovid. Day-night. Both the nervous system and slime-producing organ of the specimen have been invaded by fungal filaments, which is why it scatters the spores as it moves. It will also shake spores onto other creatures and thus infecting the host's new hosts and expanding their talk tools, habitat, and range. Once the host body ceases to function, it can no longer serve as a fungal culture medium because its bodily fluids dry up and the corpus shrinks. At that point, the host body is abandoned. Nope, not yet. After removing the poison, the broth is fragrant and savory. Don't drink too much or you'll find yourself with a crippling tummy ache. Okay. I have read that before. Oh, I need to drink something. My throat kind of hurts. Pyroclasmic slooch. A species, Solocina volcanis. Slooch, day-night. A species of terrestrial snail coated in a flammable mucus instead of a traditional shell. The creature stays lubricated through constant secretion of mucus so that fires never reach its skin. The most fascinating aspect of these creatures is their instinctive ability to avoid causing widespread fires by carelessly brushing plants. Remove the tongue and discard the rest. Cook over a charcoal grill until medium rare. A slooch tongue. We've read about, like, half of these and half of the treasures. We're making some pretty decent progress. I don't think I need to move more than this. Plus, we've already read a lot. Right. Only 54, wow. Cool. All right. See if we can... I don't think we're going to be able to clear it out in a day, but... can certainly try doing our best. We do need to go into the ocean. So I might do that first. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do 60 and 40. Yeah. Mostly because, like... dudes like this guy. There we go. Go. I guess these are gonna get a lot of these. It's crazy that they even give me an option of just freezing this, even though I know that it will just never happen. I try freezing it. Alright, we got it this time. Huh. It was stuck in like a ball, I thought. No. Why could I throw more of them on there? Anyway. Do need to kill all these guys. I'll do it after I would get my guys back. That's it. I'm glad that I did not lose one. Because that would have been annoying. There we go. Oh no. It's fine. Alright. Yeah, I guess the rest of these can go on here. I need to check the map. See, there's treasure back here as well. A couple of treasures here. Oh, it sure is. Guess I'll go get more of my blue Pikmin. Walters! Come! You are needed. We'll go there later. Know why they were left behind. Oh, ducks. Did not see what they were. Yeah, we're nearly at the point where water will shrink a bit. I'm gonna wait for some stuff. Like, it would be great for the ice Pikmin to carry back some stuff. Get him! Ooh, a cave. It is some kind of Dandori challenge. Weird that Ochi can do some things and not others. That dude just gave up. What was that about? Oh, dang it. A lot of these things are still inaccessible. What are you doing back here, dude? What the fuck? Fucking get him! Oh, hold on. Maybe I have to do it from this angle? There we go. Boat! There we go. Alright, yeah, go ahead. Take all of that. It's really cool that we can just, like, swim up here. Nope, don't carry that. Yeah, there you go. And then... banana. Another banana. What else is here? Oh, we completely missed something over here. Well, time to go back toward the sandcastle, I guess. Here. Up here. Could possibly have been. Whoa. We get nothing. I mean, yeah, nectar and juice, but like... Alright, I think they got this. There was also... these dudes. Still a lot. Right. That's basically everything on this side. I think the way that we get over in this section is by doing this cave. So that's in like just a little bit. I might as well complete this place. But yeah. Oh, nuggets. There we go. Big news. Only clam pearl over there. Yeah, let's do this challenge over here. I think we'll be done with this section. There's just dudes waiting around everywhere. Doing okay, we'll send them back home, so... Alright. Empty hallway. Ha. Hall. Motherfucker stole my vibe. It's literally fucking me. Can't believe this shit. Get this guy. Haha. Get frozen. Oh. Let's get Ochi on this thing. See here. These guys are left on there. Let's give Ochi a come here. They're not terribly powerful. I'm gonna leave them alone. Alright, Ochi. Destroy him. Ochi, destroy him. Okay. Do that. These guys can get this. These two can start working on this. Guess that can be started working on. No, I'd rather press the button. Alright. Get all these guys. Not do this. Dismiss. So that I can go... Press this button. Oh my god. Y'all. Can't be doing this stuff. Alright. So deal with this. I don't have 50. Probably should deal with that. I would first need to go through here. But before we do that, there you go. Oh my god, right. Ah, there's the purple thing. There we go. Y'all stop doing that. Nice. It should be fine for the amount of ice that we have. I might have to do this, like, different way next time. But... that's enough, right? Oh, yeah. Should be enough. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm not sure if I'll get, like, everything, but... dang. Not everything. But gold, I'll take. Is it's just like the enemy cleanup that I didn't get, right? Oh, yeah, I did miss a whole pile of nuggets. Okay, so it was a whole nugget. Yeah, whole nugget, pile, and 2 enemies. That wasn't that bad. Of course, you only need to get bronze, so... Yay, raw material. We also get to rescue myself and find out who they were. fucking face stealers. So many face stealers in this game. They should have had more options, like Mies. Brother. Yeah. I am inside the water. Okay, now they're walking. Oh yeah. Spat out some stuff. I should probably get it. Yippee! Nope. Let's run the ID scan. Still nothing. I feel like you fight something here, but like, I can't see anything that you fight. God. You do fight something here. It just comes out of the fucking ground like an asshole. Nice. Just barely getting it, honestly. Oop. Seesaw production. We'll get this later. Jump, fidget, jump. Oh, no. Alright. We didn't leave any in the ground. Wonder what the third water one is going to be. Because, like, we got nice, fun lily pad leaf hat. Then we got boat. So I'm wondering what the last blue Pikmin's going to be like. What will Walter have for us? See, look at him. Oh. Can't see his face. Just his eyeballs. Yeah, Dingo, help us. No. Dingo just is avoiding work. So he's fucking lazy. We have one more onion in general to collect. There's like 410 treasures and only 235 unique ones, I believe, then? Interesting. Yeah, I mean, we did see many different buttons and fruits and stuff, so it makes sense. Just surprised by how much more there is not unique. Sick. Nope. Hmm. I know I'll probably be very close to getting 100% of this game. But if I don't get it by the time I get all the treasures and stuff, I think I'll be fine. Unfortunately, I have played 4 Pikmin games in a row. So I'm getting near the end of my want to play Pikmin. Which is good, because we're at the near the end of the game. But like, wow. Anyway. Before we continue, I'm going to go take a little break. So, BRB. Hmm. Seems like my mic wasn't muted, unfortunately for me. Can't be watching my memes. Oh well. Yeah. Let's read. Got lots to read. Maybe a tad too much. Yeah, these are just completely new. What's the most impressive thing? What's most impressive about this fruit is the way it's sweet both in flavor and aroma. Meanwhile, its pretty pinkish orange looking coloring is lovely to behold. Of course, one can't ignore the shapely curves, a reminiscence of, good manners dictate I say no more. Suffice to say, the mock bottom is quite a sensory experience. Yeah. Extremely sweet. Almost too sweet. The flavor makes you feel drowsy with joy, and you want to soak in those joyful juices forever and ever. I may need to limit out my intake when it comes to this fruit. To enjoy this fruit, all you need to do is take one big bite and let the sweet juices flood your taste buds. The Dawn Pustules. It's difficult to say which aspect of this fruit is more charming, its pretty emerald color or how easy it is to share with friends. Thankfully, you don't have to choose. Simply gaze upon the gorgeous green hue as you share its many orbs at a party. This fruit comes in bunches, so you can keep eating them and never run out. A single berry satisfies my appetite, but I'm grateful to live in a universe with such natural abundance. Don't waste your time peeling these. The texture of the fruit is soft and plump, but the skin adds a nice crunch. Meanwhile, he wants to peel these. I don't understand, Louis. I should stop pretending to try. The maestro flavor. After subsisting on the blandest of spacefaring food, I was not prepared for the symphony of flavors this dish unleashed on my tongue. Sublime melting of the top and bottom flavors. Surely a culinary maestro orchestrated this masterpiece. I'm not sure why you'd want to eat raw fish, maybe cookery on this planet, and so far they were able to recreate the essence of the original ingredients. It'd be easier to eat if I could cut it down to smaller pieces, but that might be insulting to the shelf. Perfect for dipping. The right sauce can bring out all kinds of unexpected flavors and aromatics. As far as I can tell, there's some sort of fish atop some sort of white stuff. The specifics don't matter as much as the taste, which is good. Nothing too fancy or ostentatious, just the kind of back-to-basics flavor profile that we all crave now and again. True. One of my favorite birthday gifts as a child was a book I received called 2,000 Millimeters Under the Sea. 20,000 Millimeters Under the Sea. I believe I owe my adventurous spirit to that novel. How funny that a piece of seafood from a different planet could remind me of my childhood self. I have that book on the bedside table. I mean to read it at some point. Holy shit. So many books to read, and I am simply just not reading enough. Because I have a lot of books that I want to read. I'm not reading enough of them. An excellent palate cleanser. Puts you in a mood for a strong cup of tea. Fair. The Four Grill Brothers. Whatever. Hold on. I read a little bit of it myself while I was trying to scratch my nose. Jeez. Blow it as well. But the legend. This dish was inspired by the legend of the Four Grill Brothers, two brothers who felt only meat was fit to grill the grill, others believed that only veggies belonged. A sword fight erupted among them. They nearly skewered each other, but ended up creating this skewer instead. Did Schnauz make up the Four Grill Brothers? Or has there been a Four Grill Brothers and this just like happenstance that on this other planet they found a Four Grill Brothers skewer here? Pikmin, your lore is becoming inconsistent. I mean, if you have to write 200 entries and make them like pretty cohesive, yeah, it's hard to write. But like, come on, man. You can do it, I believe. My nose is being so fucking annoying right now. I just want my nose to be normal. It is simply not allowing that to happen. Hope that's all of it. I have a feeling like it won't be. Oh well. I can tell that it give me tons of power and stamina. I'm not athletic, but if I ate this whole thing, I'm sure I could work for 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. Now that I think about it, I don't want the president to hear about this and get any ideas. An unpredictable culinary experience. It's up to the eater to decide to eat which part to eat first. Yeah? This usually how that works. See. This clam-like sound generator is all natural. Peter, I think I've... Clack, clack. I remember clack, clack. My taste in music is highly refined, but my wife and kids have no taste at all. For example, when I ask my family if they want to go out for karaoke, they twist their faces and give me a nasty look. They don't know what they're missing. Olimar doesn't know how to sing. At first, I mistook this for a giant clam. My stomach growls every time I tap it. Oh, the spouse alert. Sometimes I miss my carefree bachelor days. Once you have a family, those days are history. I like spending my time with my wife, but sometimes I just want to be alone. Could be a fruit. Looks like there's some kind of seed on the inside. The husk is inedible. Guardians Pass. When I was a kid, I set off an alarm system at my primary school just to see what would happen. As predicted, I was scolded, but no, I have no regrets. We are naturally curious creatures. Why else would we be here? I still get the urge to set off alarms, but sadly, I've gotten better at resisting those impulses. Olimar just wants to go around and set off all the alarms. Amazing. Great lore. Made the mistake of entering the golden bowl and ringing it from within. The noise was deafening. Get wrecked, Louis. That's all I got to say. This great bell has traditionally been rung at the end of each day, and each month, and each year. And what a beautiful tone to mark the passage of time. Of course, once one counts up how many times they've rung this bell, the pretty jingle may turn into quite the startling jangle. How is it that so much time has flown by? Despite its solemn appearance, the sound emitted by this object is airy and bright. It reminds me of the innocence and wonder that lives in the heart of a young child. It's important to never to lose a sense of childlike wonder. I know I have it. Beware. Is it a poet? It's easy to get stuck when you climb up onto it. That's not what I meant to do. Ah, what striking tones do you play as the wind dances through the silvery treasure? Musical notes that flow from the holes announce the arrival of a strong breeze, and in doing so, they weave a song of both sweet and melancholy. Melancholy? It's a sentimental soundtrack, one best suited for a full afternoon spent contemplating the passing of the seasons. Unbaited spaceships look a lot like this, shiny and ripe for adventure. As a kid, I would go down the spaceship dock just to watch the ships being assembled. That's where I started to dream big. In reality, this is likely some kind of noisemaker. Despite its appearance, this is not a chocolate bar. I chipped a tooth when I tried to bite through the foil wrapper. I mean, I know what a harmonica is, so yeah. But if I squint hard enough, someone who eats food a lot probably could see this as a chocolate bar. Looks like a long section of Bueno. That's what it reminds me of. I had to put a shape to it. This device plays a beautiful melody that elicits feelings of nostalgia. There's something so familiar about it, and yet, at the same time, it's completely unknown. Mysterious, to be sure. Strange. Despite its calming tones, something about this melody makes my palms sweat and sends shivers up my spine. It's as if it's sending me a warning about unexpected troubles in the future. This would be a perfect musical accompaniment to a cup of fruit juice. Can you play it? That makes sense. Is this the Pikmin 3 one? I think. It would make sense since there's so much fruit. The song played on this device is intended to make the listener feel sleepy and yet terrified to fall asleep at the same time. How odd that a piece of music can make you feel like you're staring down a mouthful of razor-sharp teeth. There's a healing quality to this song, and I can't help but gravitate toward it. Perhaps this machine meant to lure prey for a stronger predator. The strong do have a disproportionate advantage on this planet. Wait, then does that make me the weaker prey? I don't know. Anna used to sing me a special lullaby to put me at ease. I would instantly fall asleep. Oh, this is the lullaby that plays near, like, sleeping piranha plants and stuff. My son is always willing to play some sort of adventure game. He becomes the hero, defeats his arch nemesis, and saves the day at last. I admire heroic figures like that, but if given a choice, I'd choose my own life again. Eh? The song is positively invigorating. I can't stop listening to it. He sounds so snobbish when he says it like that. This is the Zelda one, I'm pretty sure, right? Yes. I should learn this song on the Song of Storms, right? Yeah. I think. On the guitar. I blow air into this rock and it makes the hair stand on my neck stand straight up. But if I blow a bit harder, the sound becomes crackly and soft. It's so pathetic. I can't help but burst into a fit of giggles whenever I hear it. The sound this makes would make even a deep sleeper like Nana. Would a whistle wake me up? Probably. Crying when you want to cry, laughing when you want to laugh, acting on your own on your very impulse without worrying about the consequences. To be a baby again. This treasure elicits feelings of nostalgia for a time and memories of the love and joy the baby can bring. This object rattles when you move it. It sounds quite similar to the frequency emitted by baby goods on my home planet. Imagine this would work in a pinch if you had a crying baby and you needed to soothe. Reminds me of Nana. I wasn't surprised to discover this had been found inside a groovy long legs, deep underground. It certainly gives off the same vibes as a creature made of inorganic and organic materials. On a separate note, every time I look at it, I want to dance. So fun to jump and down, up and down on. Yeah, fair. All right. A little bit of creature reading. Be careful to not scroll over anything new. Bearded Ampret. Orcelis barbavolta. Nummouse. Day. The hair covering its face works as a capacitor. It charges electricity by rubbing the hair to build static, then discharges it at enemies intruding on its territory. It's more territorial than aggressive, and attacking only when threatened rather than to hunt prey. It has several qualities unique to this ecosystem, such as breastfeeding its young, which may someday give rise to a whole new taxonomy of fauna here. It is very weird that this is like the only mammal that exists. And roast the thighs with sprigs of rosemary and whole garlic cloves. Finish with a squeeze of fruit juice to highlight the subtle notes of lingering electricity. A gentle creature removed from the fierce competition of strong eating the weak. It sits in gardens in a pool of sunlight, looking content as it gazes out of its big round eyes at a plant it is raised just starting to sprout. Don't tease this mild-mannered beastie by messing with the delicate sprouts it's tending. Does have a nice garden of Pikmin flowers. Too bad I would mess with it. I need those Pikmin. Mamuta. Portulanus asymmetria. Huh? Day. The imbalanced asymmetrical arms of the Mamuta are among the most notable features. Feeding on seeds and fruit, the Mamuta is known to actually sow and grow plant species. While other species have exhibited seed-burying behavior for the purpose of storage, the Mamuta is the only species so far known to actually cultivate fields of plants. And sometimes we have to kill the agricultural Mamuta. So sad. Inevitable. Tastes like chicken. What? Huh? Like, you eat it, you're like, chicken, and then you or something? Like, what happens? You die? When it... It's okay, Prickly Bean. Porquillian. Castanetum prickluris. Prickluris? Sharpshell. Day. Its needle-covered armor is soft and quite exposed. Furthermore, it has a cowardly disposition, so when it senses even the slightest danger, it shoots out spikes. Regenerating new spikes requires significant amounts of caloric energy, so this creature requires significant amounts of food. This likely explains why, when it scrounges through the garbage, it sucks up not just the insects it finds, but also trash itself. They have ingested a few of the SS Dolphin's parts too, but those could never be mistaken for trash. Interesting. Is a scavenger. Didn't think it would be. Alright. Cut the meat into 4 even slices. Dip slices into beaten egg, then dredge in breadcrumbs. Fry over low heat. Honeywisp. Nectarofatus. Honeywisp. Day. This floating life form drifts effortlessly on the winds. Upon death, its physical structure instantly collapses, and as the creature is particularly elusive and difficult to catch, no sample specimens have been acquired as of yet. If we could simply recover a live sample, research of the species on the species would likely proceed more smoothly. Although the eggs are small, the yolk has a distinctly bold and tangy flavor. Try tossing a few in a pan along with your choice of meat and fresh vegetables. Cook up a country scramble. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, to the end of the puffy blowhogs. Yeah, living airship. Puffy blowhog. Susinflata. Blowhog. Day-night. This species of blowhog uses internally generated hydrogen to inflate a flotation bladder that hover above the ground. The creature's electrified pulse creates a sash of color that flows along the surface of its body, making it a particularly beautiful species in the blowhog family. Precisely how it is able to internally stabilize its highly explosive hydrogen and simultaneously generate electricity remains a mystery. The puffy blowhog blows leaves and grass around to eat the insects underneath. It maintains mid-air buoyancy by raising its fins and releasing the air it blows through blowholes. This enables it to float effortlessly even in the breeze. Neat. Slice the creature's feathered light skin into triangles, deep fry until crispy, and salt generously. Makes the perfect scooping chip to accompany fresh mango salsa. Chip. Sure. This frosty flyer may exhale frigid breath, but you can touch it without having to worry about freezing. Base remains quite cool, but expels warm air from tiny little holes on the sides. I think I did read about that. Icy blowhog. So it's air frigidae. Blowhog day. This creature possesses 3 lungs, an air sac used as its primary respiratory organ, a flotation bladder that gives it its buoyancy, and a cold sac that stores cold air. Like the puffy blowhog, its buoyancy is a result of the hydrogen produced by electrolysis. Its icy breath is condensed carbon dioxide, much like the snowy blowhog. Different species within the blowhog family have many features in common when you look closely at the structure and characteristics of their internal organs. Has the consistency of candy-coated chewing gum and leaves a refreshing mentholated aftertaste. Gum. Chip? Other was chip. Why gum? Anyway. You can have a bit of fun with this one by giving it a good poke and watching it wobble and sway through the air like a balloon. Poke it too much, though, and it'll spew gas and fly off. It's a mischievous little darling, and the way it scatters flowers and cackles is quite charming. It cackles? I don't like that. I do not like that it laughs. I'd never noticed that before. It is definitely cackling. Watch it blow out some flowers. Yeah, it's fucking laughing. Withering blowhog. Sustacripitia. Blowhog day. The withering blowhog is a close relative of the puffy blowhog, but its breath is significantly weaker. However, its breath does contain a petal withering plant hormone that causes flowers to instantly lose their petals. Although its breath has not been studied in detail, the analysis of the chemical compounds involved hold great promise for the biotechnology sector. Hang this creature on a rack and sun-dry in a hot afternoon. When suitably crisp, grind the sun-dried beast into powder. Makes a great substitute for cayenne or curry powder. Was that also in Pikmin 2? I don't remember that shit. It's been months. It was last year. Anyway. Let's see, how much time do I have? Should probably do like a night expedition. Yeah, I'll do a night expedition. Explore at night. Alright. See how this goes. Probably check first if there's like extra luminals. Why is this guy so close? Guess he's not that close. Over there. There's only one luminal. That's fine. Get it, please. Get him! Get him! There we go. Yeah, Ochi, you just, like, patrol there. That would be fine. Alright. And get blinded. Also gonna move Ochi over here. The fuck is that? Just gonna... Oh my god. Yeah, they're just fucking attacking. I thought they would, like, go around or something. Fuck. I don't like that. Way. Yeah, it's going, like, straight for the luminal, too. Oh my god. Alright, I need to switch over to me. I need to, like, make my way to luminal. And not let that thing touch it. Right, it needs to die quickly. Please don't run into his goop. Okay, we're good. It's fine. And that's the only thing that we have to worry about. That's fine. I don't like that Ochi takes over the charge of the the ghost Pikmin. They're just called that, right? The ghost Pikmin? Question mark? Because they were revealed not to be quite Pikmin? I wish we could go around as Olimar. Would be fun. Olimar just wakes up sometimes. Oh. Yeah, you're welcome to observe. You're welcome to be part of the night missions. Honestly, Olimar, our boy Lucas, he's been trudging through it the entire time, and he deserves a little bit of a break, I think. Right, administer the cure at once. Who is that? A telecom person. Get out of here. Anyway. Go talk to him and then probably end for the day. Helpin, founder and CEO of a company called E-Leader. Not E-Reader. I'm a real hero. Wow, can't believe it. Ooh, we didn't read about the boat Pikmin. Do that and then end. I have a sinking feeling about that boat. Funny. Alright, what other decor Pikmin have I not found? Just 2 of these, and then 3 in the last area. Huh. Less than I thought. Anyway. I think that's all I'll do for today. I'm trying to check the clock. Yeah, I'm ending a little bit earlier than I usually do, but want to get to a book. I have a book to read. So I'm gonna do that before my... I do have like one evening thing that starts up. Yeah, it'd probably be good to go to the gym now, but I don't want to take a shower too early. I don't know, it feels weird when I take a shower too early. But like, it's good if I've sweated. Anyway, I'll have time to go to the gym a little bit later. Anyway. End of stream times. Monday, Celeste. Tuesday is Metroid Prime 4. Wednesday and Friday, Pikmin 4. And Thursday is Blueprints. Man. We're very close to the end of Pikmin 4 and Pikmin series. I kind of hope that the 5th Pikmin game isn't as long as this one. A little bit. Or rather, if Pikmin 5 comes out, I'll probably play it like up to 10 years from now, and at that point I'll be fine. Like, I won't care. But also, like, this game is getting into like a lull state, unfortunately for it. Makes me think that definitely the better games are 2 and 3, and 4 and 1 are... 4 has better quality of life things, but its length and tutorialness kind of suffer. Pikmin 1 is just kind of broken, which is unfortunate for Pikmin 1 being the first game, but it's still really good. And like, this game is not bad in the grand scheme of Pikmin games. It's not a bad game in the grand scheme of games. Definitely not a bad game. I think it's well designed. But like, also it could have been more Pikmin designed. I don't know. I just really like Pikmin 2 and 3. I got this second appreciation of Pikmin 3 after I played it. But maybe just a little bit too many treasures in this game. Lots to collect. But yeah, I do like the amount of areas that there is. I just there's like this balance that it could have struck, but it didn't quite strike it, I think. Maybe it's also because I keep reading everything. There's just a lot to read. I want to read it because it's fun to read it, and some of them have like really weird lore implications. Anyway, that's it. I should stop rambling. Anyway, I keep saying that. Thank you for watching. I've been Lucas Stork, and this has been Pikmin 4, and I will see y'all later.